Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and I thank the Honourable Ravu for the question. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Fiji Resilient Informal Settlement of FRIS program is a climate adaptation initiative aimed at strengthening the resilience of informal settlements that are particularly vulnerable to climate change and climate risks. This program is funded by the Adaptation Fund with total approved financing around 4.2 million US dollars, equivalent to 9.2 million Fijian dollars, and is implemented in partnership with UN Habitat, Ministry of Housing, relevant municipal councils, and participating communities. Mr. Speaker, sir, this program focuses on informal settlements within the urban areas of Lami, Singatoka, Nandi, and Lautoka. These communities face significant exposure to flooding, coastal inundation, erosion, inadequate drainage, poor sanitation, as well as other climate-related hazards. Speaker said the implementation of FRIS is guided by four main components. One, strengthening national and municipal capacity to assess and effectively respond to climate disaster risks. Second is to build community awareness, preparedness, and ownership of climate adaptation measures. Thirdly, to improve the resilience of physical, natural, and social assets within participating settlements. And fourthly, to strengthen knowledge management, monitoring, and the sharing of lessons from the program. Speaker, sir, before commencing the capital works, the program will undertake a coordinated package of climate risk assessment, technical planning, and community capacity activities to the 2026-2027 financial year. And the University of South Pacific will be engaged to undertake climate vulnerability assessment and mapping supported by a geographic information system analysis for the 16 selected informal settlements. The program will also engage an urban planner or resilience officer, a climate change planning specialist, a lead engineer, and relevant technical officers to prepare community-level disaster risk management plans and further develop the priority infrastructure interventions. And disaster risk management training and consultation workshops will support community preparedness, ownership, and long-term maintenance of the proposed investments. Mr. Speaker, sir, the preparation activities are essential because the fiscal interventions must respond to the specific risks, land conditions, and needs of each community. The capital works have a total budget of around American $3.2 million, equivalent to Fijian $7.2 million, covering more than 1,500 households across the 16 informal settlements. The settlements are Bilo, Kalikana, Ngauia, Bunivivi, Walikutu, and Wainivoka in Lami, and two in Singatoka, the Akulkulu and Bunikavika, and California, Nagiroso, Naswata, Taiperia, Vindongo, and Vunoto in Lautoka, and two in Korosiri, and two in Nandi, Korosiri and Nawachikuma. The Speaker said the proposed community-level works include improvements to stormwater drainage and sanitation, retaining structures, upgrade footpaths and access roads, installation of rainwater harvesting systems, waste management facilities, coastal protection measures, and evacuation center, pedestrian bridge, and targeted improvements to the most vulnerable housing structures. The program also provides for community facilities and livelihood support measures, including secure storage of livelihood materials. This program also recognizes that resilient infrastructure alone is not sufficient. Community members are therefore being engaged in disaster preparedness, environmental management, and the protection and maintenance of assets established in the program. Particular attention has been given to the needs and participation of women, young people, persons with disabilities, and other vulnerable groups. The Ministry is working closely with UN Habitat and the relevant stakeholders to accelerate the remaining technical procurement and capital works while ensuring compliance with financial environmental and social safeguards. The Speaker, sir, FRIS complements the current Ministries of Housing Informal Settlement Upgrading Program, while the upgrading program focuses on infrastructure, services and security of tenure. This program specifically strengthens the capacity of settlements and institutions to respond to climate change and disaster risk. And our ministry and our coalition government remains committed to ensuring that families living in formal settlements are not left behind, especially those that are prone to flooding and other climate change-related risks. Through this program, we are working not only to improve physical conditions, but also to build safer and more prepared and more climate-resilient communities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.